Hey, welcome back to 100 Essential Films. This week we are going over Citizen Kane from 1941. Citizen Kane is a 1941 American drama directed, produced, starring, and co-written by Orson Welles. This film has been called one of the greatest films ever made, which I'm pretty sure I've heard that thrown around a few times before, especially in this list. Its style of storytelling being done through all flashbacks and different narrators, and its cinematography using deep focus and filming from the ground up, showing the ceilings of the set, are all really notable styles were done in this movie. These decisions set this apart from a rest. All of these decisions in storytelling and filming have definitely set this movie apart from the rest, but I don't believe that it makes up for the rest of the plot of this movie. The plot of this movie is one that I think everybody is pretty familiar with. The hunt for the meaning of Rosebud. The movie starts off with our main character, Charles Foster Kane, on his deathbed. He utters his one last word, which is Rosebud, and then kicks the bucket. And everybody in the journalism world wants to know what it is. What was Rosebud? Why was it so important that that was the last thing on his mind? Was it a place? Was it a person? Was it a regret? Was it something that he loved? Nobody had any idea. So the narrative of the movie is told through flashbacks of friends of Kane's from when he was a child up until his final days, with everybody giving their own interpretation of what it might have meant, or really just letting us know what kind of person Charles Foster Kane was. This also is a big spoiler because it's been around for so long, 80 years I think at this point right now, and it's been the topic of conversation quite a bit since then. So spoiler alert, if you don't know what Rosebud is, I'm about to say it in just a few seconds. So if you don't know yet and you don't want to know, end this video now and go watch the movie and then come back. If you don't care, or if you already know, here comes the meaning. Rosebud is the brand name of a sled that Kane had when he was a child. So knowing what Rosebud is right off the bat, you wait for the entirety of the movie to see when it is revealed to the world what Rosebud was. And here's the spoiler, they don't tell the movie universe until the very end of the film, and I don't think anybody finds out. So we're in on what the meaning of Rosebud is from the very beginning, and there's no real closure, there's no real ending, there's no satisfaction watching the movie and seeing nobody find out the answer. I'm curious if I would have enjoyed this movie more not knowing what Rosebud was, or more importantly, having any sort of connection with Charles Foster Kane. He is kind of a bigger than life person, one of the wealthiest men alive, building a giant pleasure palace in Florida named Xanadu. He was a politician running for governor. There was just really nothing about Charles Foster Kane that made me feel like him and I were on the same side. So hearing all of these flashbacks as to the kind of person he was, and not particularly a good person, which we all know I am a very good person. Stop laughing over there. I didn't connect to this movie in any kind of way, so maybe that's maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it as much. I am very curious as to what your thoughts are if you've seen this already. If you haven't seen it yet, I guess I would suggest watching it, if for no other reason than to just say that you've seen it. But I'm not at all saying you should see it because it's such a great movie or anything like that. If you're into the behind the scenes or the cinematography of movies, you might enjoy the shots that he did. I don't think storytelling wise there was anything groundbreaking there. Overall, it wasn't a terrible movie, but I don't think it was the best film ever created by any sense. But with all that being said, we do get to my favorite part of these reviews. I get to scratch off the movie. Alright, we get to scratch off the Citizen Kane. Oh, well, there's the spoiler for you. Alright, so we get to see, you want to zoom in on that? That's good enough. And there is Rosebud. So we get to scratch off and see Rosebud behind the Citizen Kane. Next week, we're doing the Maltese Falcon, which I'm really curious to see. Again, that's one that's been referenced a lot of times that I've seen while growing up, but I've never actually seen the movie, so I am excited to check that out. I want to thank you guys again for watching and taking a few minutes out of your day to hear my thoughts on some of these old movies. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and the bell and subscribe button below. Let me know below if you agree with my thoughts or do you think I was completely off? That is a very important question that only you can answer. I want to thank my Patreon subscribers whose names are going to be popping up in just a minute. You guys are awesome. And we will check out the Maltese Falcon in just about a week. So catch you next Tuesday. Later days.